Perfect parenting. Promises made. Your word is your bond. Most of the time, the word comes before the deed. The word inspires and breathes life into the world. It transforms. It communicates the idea. In the parenting landscape, it is responsible for direction and correction. It reflects understanding, as a still pool of water will reflect the surroundings. But most importantly, it allows us to sell the future to others through visions and promises. And kept promises are the basis for all trusting relationships. Some people are always late. Some people are always early. It does no good for either to attempt to promise what is for them impossible. Know yourself, and you are unlikely to ever tell a lie. This translates through the fact that ignoring an important problem does not mean that it will go away. Deal with what you can while you prepare for the more complex tasks. As you break the complicated into small tasks, it should become evident that how you do the small things is how you do everything. We are required by life itself to pay attention because there is a cost in everything. As a parent, there is no other course than to lead by setting the best example that you know how. One of life's golden principles is to never make a promise that you cannot keep. If you are busy, or will be too busy, or if life just gets more complicated, as it invariably does, then you need to explain this to your kids. Plans can change, and it's not always a bad thing. Happiness is governed by many things, but a large factor is expectation. Wish for too much and you will be unsatisfied, while if you wish for not enough, you will feel unfulfilled. Having the right level of expectation is a valuable skill in life. A promise is a marker of your intentions and expectations. To make no promises is to signal uncertainty. We all have a right to be cautious, but if the boxer enters the ring uncertain of victory, then surely he will lose. Mentality matters. Each day is unique and exists only once in life. Like the old saying goes, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And time spent in reparation or correction may be necessary, yet it is time that may otherwise have been used far more constructively. Get things right the first time, and life flows a little more smoothly. Because time is precious, and perhaps even all that we have, we need to focus on the value of bringing honesty into the lives of our children. If we are able to respect and nurture the innate abilities of our children, and then provide them with a pathway, then that in itself will provide value for them and those around them. Being virtuous, in a righteous sense, allows us to fight the good battles with and for our children. In the sphere of the language that we use, we need to realize that the power of words is infinite. They shape not only our future, but also the future of those around us. Every lie is paid for in time. This being said, being completely honest with everybody around you has its consequences. We all have to live with not just ourselves, but within the rules of the communities and organizations that exist around us. Punishments and penalties are regular in an attempt to shape thought and actions. Justice is often arbitrary and informed by the narrative that we tell ourselves. There are many stories, but there is still only one truth. When your words and your actions align, you become true to yourself. When you are true to yourself, you can be relied on by others. As adults, failures in our lives are always our fault. As parents, failures in our children's lives are always our fault. As communities, failures in our lives are again our fault. We are all responsible not just for ourselves, but for each other. This is not an excuse, though, to police each other, but more a reason for respect and the strength of kindness. It is essential to value your own ability to be true to you and to demonstrate this to your children. Once a promise is made, the word must be kept or the bond will be broken. And just one broken promise is enough to destroy all trust. So respect the principles of a good life. Feed the need for honesty as if it is a necessity. Know that the truth often takes time to reveal itself. Never assume that which you cannot demonstrate. Prepare yourself for the possibility that not everything is what it seems, and that which has meaning to the listener will carry the greatest degree of influence. Thank you for listening.